in Cleveland for Freddie Kitchens. He was called out Saturday on CBS Radio by former offensive line coach Bob Wiley. Wiley said Kitchens' relationship with Baker Mayfield factored into him getting the head coaching job. He added that another factor is Kitchens will be less combative with GM John Dorsey than last year's interim head coach Greg Williams. Well, Kitchens didn't call out Wiley specifically when he did have this message for his current assistants. Take a listen.
The days of inside information and the days of unnamed sources and stuff like that have ended. So you're not going to get any information like that ever. Anybody. And if I ever see it, they're fired immediately. That's the way we're running this organization. And I can take it. John Dorsey can take it. We won't crack, I promise you.
All right. Shannon, will Freddie be a plus or minus this season for Cleveland?
Freddie K getting on my nerves, Skip.
Already?
Really? He getting on my nerves, Skip.
Too soon.
Skip, I get it. You're the head coach, but you don't have to make a stop. Skip. Freddie, you're not breaking news. Those are consequences. Anybody that... Tell me the job, Skip. You can leak confidential or pertinent information and keep your job. Where can you do that at? Nowhere.
Yeah, I hope
Unless
not.
you don't get caught.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Risky.
So there's a reason why the Jay Glazers and the Adam Schefters exist, Skip. They don't make this stuff up. Freddie, do you actually think they talk to coaches? They talk to owners. They talk to your bosses. Oh, you're going to get fired. When have you ever said Coach Belichick ever said somebody leak information and go get fired? Everybody understands the consequences that comes along with that, Skip. I've always hated if my boss has to constantly... I understand that you're my boss. You don't have to constantly remind me that you can fire me. Imagine if John Dorsey said, hey, man, Freddie K don't win the game, bro. He got to get up out of here.
Yep.
Constantly, every time. Man, stop doing... Skip, in all my years of playing the game, and now covering... I've been covering it for 15 years now, since I retired. I can only tell you one thing that Coach Belichick is saying. We're on to Cincinnati. Of all the things in 20 years of him, 20-plus years of him being a head coach, that's the only thing I can remember. But it seems like Freddie wants to make news in headlines every single day. I'm afraid if you leak information. You should, but that's understood. Oh, so Green Bay, if you leak information, you're going to be able to keep your job. Or in Tampa Bay, or Atlanta, or any other team. Where is that going to be acceptable at? Just like in any other job, if you leak information and they catch you, you getting up out of there. Hey, come on, Freddie.
I'm with you to this point. It's starting to feel like Freddie Kitchens is in over his head. And that's what Bob Wiley is saying. He is way in over his head because Bob Wiley is saying he didn't even really coach the quarterback last year, that Kenny Zampese coached the quarterback.
Right.
Kenny Zampese's now on the Florida staff because they all got fired, including Bob Wiley. What was fascinating to me is USA Today ranked the all-time top 11 moments in Hard Knocks. You were number 3 on that list.
We should have been number 1.
Yeah, when you got impersonated by a rookie, right?
Tim Johnson,
yes. And you and Ray Lewis also got impersonated.
We did.
But number 1 on the list was Bob Wiley from last year's Hard Knocks when he went on his soliloquy about how overrated stretching is, and we didn't stretch during World War II. We did side straddle hops and push-ups to get ready to win that war, right?
Very funny.
It was funny, and it was memorable. More memorable to me was a Hugh Jackson scene that ranked somewhere in the middle of the list in which Freddie Kitchens challenges him openly in a coach's meeting during camp last year about, hey, Coach, why don't we dress the guys who are injured? Why don't we at least make them come to practice and dress, right? And then Todd Haley jumps in and also challenges the head coach. And you could just tell Hugh is teetering, you know, like his authority is on the line here.
You should have fired him on the spot.
Well, you could have. That's Freddie's saying he'd huff and puff and fire somebody for doing something like that. By the way, my all-time favorite moment was Hugh Jackson calling in Baker Mayfield last year to tell him, oh, guess what? You just won the backup quarterback spot. Really? You're the first pick in the draft and you won backup quarterback. Again, Hugh on the show here said, well, I regret that one. But Baker Mayfield's now on the verge of being a top 10 in consideration quarterback, right?
But Freddie, like he's breaking news, Skip.
Okay.
everybody knows who Martha Stewart is. Skip, what happens if you get information that's leaked inside and you shouldn't know about? What happens? They send you to jail, right? It's called insider trading. So Freddie's breaking news like, man, if somebody leaks something, but what if John Dorsey leaks that information? Because it's not beyond the realm of possibility that general managers leak information. What if it's Jimmy and Dee Haslam who actually own the Browns? Hey, what Freddie gonna say to them, Skip? Y'all fine, get up out of here.
Good point.
Freddie, come on, Freddie.
Do you believe Bob Wiley is right when he says he only got the job because Baker likes him?
Yeah,
probably so.
Probably.
Okay.
And
will Baker like him in October, November? I don't know. I'm not sure. That remains to be seen. Bob Wiley is also saying that Greg Williams would have been way too strong a candidate because he would stand up to John Dorsey and make his life hard the way Andy Reid did back in Kansas City when he would challenge John Dorsey.
And John Dorsey lost that battle.
Okay.
Andy Reid won that battle, and John Dorsey is no longer in.
Okay, so are we saying that Freddie Kitchens, when it comes to John Dorsey and Baker, just tells them what they want to hear? He's just a little bit of a pushover?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that. But Skip, it's not, look, most coaches, look, the quarterback and the head coach relationship, especially the play caller, it needs to be amenable. I mean, you saw what happened to Big Ben. Todd Haley rubbed him the wrong way, and he had to get up out of town.
Todd Haley rubbed Terrell Owens the wrong way.
Yes. He rubbed Anquan Bolden the wrong way.
He did. That's a good one. Yeah.
So you see this, Skip, you have to, especially with that position, Skip, because, you know, sometimes you can have a contentious relationship with a different position.
Yep.
But it can never be with the quarterback. And I guess, you know, but Greg he's tough now. He's not easy.
We had some amazing storylines on last season of Hard Knocks with the Browns, but this year, tonight, we've got the Raiders to look forward to, and it could be interesting. What to expect, we'll discuss next.